the sky, and kings shall deceive. We have come into the night, thunder raising war a night. We have come into the night, thunder raising war a night. We'll fight for kings, for Ragnarok. Drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. Drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. I can feel it in my veins, the warrior inside of me. Drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. The sounds of arms, fierce morality, nightfall the rain, and the silence leads. We have come into the night, thunder raising war a night. We have come into the night, thunder raising war a night. We'll fight for kings, for Ragnarok. Sail war. Drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. Drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. I can feel it in my veins, the warrior inside of me. Drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok, drink her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla.
All right, welcome in everyone to Valhalla Season 5, Week 4. It is already upon us. We already have a game this Wednesday. I'm joined by Malco. How you doing tonight, Malco?
You already know. I'm doing absolutely excellent tonight as we get to join you guys today on a beautiful Wednesday night instead of a Sunday to bring you guys these absolutely amazing games of Los Nomadas versus Fury. I'm hoping for an absolute three-game banger of a series. And once again, guys, this is actually a live cast. So this is actually being held live. So you guys will be seeing other games at the end of this week this upcoming Sunday. So be prepared for that. And you guys get a double cast guaranteed. So that's actually great.
Yep, that's right. That's like the one way we can ensure your team gets streamed this week, and that's to play on a non-Sunday. So that being said, shout out to Lord Melkor, also known as Eli Wood. Again, Eli, if you're around, you can more than welcome to join the cast tonight. You know, unless you're sick of us already, because then I don't want to hear your shit. Oh, um, but 30 Days of Love coming your way. Thank you for. Wait a minute. No,
That's
just
his watch
just a
streak.
5 game streak. No love coming your way. But thank you for tuning in.
He's a caster. We always give him some love at least. And thank you, Bazinga. I'm glad to be back. It's always fun to be on a cast. Honestly, I love being able to cast Valhalla. It's always a lot of fun, especially with these two particular teams that we have going up against one another. Right now, I believe Los Nomadas looking to turn things around for their season, make sure that they can keep the odd season win streak up, where they want to be able to make sure that they can achieve the championship on the odd seasons. Oof. I deserve no love. Dude, we play League of Legends. We don't get any love. Like we're league players, man. There is no love to be had for us, unfortunately. But
He's a top laner.
that's exactly even worse, dude. You guys get the direst treatment. Stay on your farmland and don't get any ganks. But really quickly, as you guys can see right on the screen, you had the two matchups right in front of you as it's Los Nomadas on the left side, Fury on the right side. Los Nomadas being top lane Omega the Reaper, jungle Bulgaria, mid Snurbopsy, ADC Tortugas, support Killer Kumquats. And then on the Fury side, we have the top lane as Hailstorm, jungle Hungry Hobbit, mid VG Doug, ADC Redacted, and support Mingaling. Mingling? Changling? I don't know. um, I'm just gonna start saying a bunch of random stuff for that name. That's gonna be really funny. But I really do. I'm gonna just call it Ming. I think that'll be very easy. That'll make it easier for me when I'm on the cast. Like just how I usually bring Killer Kumquat's name
All
down to
right.
Killer for a lot of it. So
My
let's go ahead
my
and be
bad.
able
I'm
to.
gonna go ahead and eat some crow here. Did not double check that their roster hadn't changed. So everybody's the same. I will go ahead and get this updated live. But the mid tonight is actually going to be redacted. Mingling is going to be 80 carry, and VG Doug is going to be support. So cycle
Ooh,
everybody
okay.
up one.
I'm very curious to see how that is. I wonder if Redacted wanted to try to take up the matchup against Nurbopsy, or
I mean, that's
I'm
it's
not
that's one of his like main roles that he's played for a few seasons in the league.
okay.
Um, so it's just a little. He also played some 80 carry, so I think he's just trying to figure out what's best for his team and just trying some things out. But uh, again, I think these characters these players are very flexible and can shift around.
Well, some of these players are some real characters. If you get to see them in general chat, if you get to see them throughout the league, if you even get to talk to them in general chat, trust me, all these different people that they're all some definite characters. If you heard any of these people on like some of our MVP like MVP interviews and everything, oh yeah, sometimes they bring some of the spice to the they bring the spice to the microphone, and it really heats up the season for a lot of people. So I really do like a lot of the people who are going up against. I honestly like this is the type of team that I would expect to like kind of have some like even all chat banter. So that'd be kind of cool to just to see if any of that ends up happening in this game. And I feel like that'll really determine how well this game goes for both sides because it's just gonna be a lot of fun. I do suspect that it's probably gonna be Trundle bans all three games for both sides. That neither one of them is gonna get that through, and we should be seeing overall a lot of mid jungle presence. And then I'm expecting kind of like the ADCs and supports to be a little bit more self sufficient this particular game. So they should. I wouldn't expect to see a whole lot unless either one of the junglers want to try to play through dragons, which has been a pretty decent win condition as of late. Is trying to play through bot lane and maybe get your carry down there a little bit more ahead.
All right,
Which is a
ready
petty
to get into
background. Oh
ready to
yeah,
get the draft
yeah.
tonight. All right.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead, get right into it. I was just looking at the chat real quick, just a lot, just seeing what people are chatting up here, and let's go ahead and get right into the draft. Fury, Los Nomadas, Fury on the blue side, which is gonna probably be a pretty decent advantage for them, allowing them to get the definite first pick. And we already are on to the bans as Los Nomadas is on red side. We do have the Karma first ban, Vladimir second ban, Singe third ban. I actually like some of these bands that are coming out just because it just seems like nuisances in general. Lux, yup. Oh man, Lux is so funny. I think it was Storm Surge. I just saw a video with like Lux using Storm Surge and just watching people walk away barely any health and just electricity just sparks them was absolutely hilarious. We should ban Amumu. You know, it's really funny that Amumu should be banned, but it's not. Instead of Shyvana and Urgot, which actually the Urgot ban, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that Trundle is getting through in this first round, but the Urgot ban and then Rip Amumu is through and it gets picked up first thing. I think for this particular team, I feel like they want to make sure they guarantee some type of AoE CC for their just for in general to have in their team. So
It's also
Amumu being there consistently is good.
yeah, it's also good deny taking that away from Bulgaria.
And let's see, we get the Leona. Yep, this is why we don't ban it on blue side. Yeah, exactly. Los Nomadas then ends up picking up one of the stronger CC bots in the bot lane, going to be the Leona. I kind of like that, being able to take away another CC chainer, and then Brand being picked up. See, this is what I wanted to see in combination with the Amumu would be the Brand, but this time around it's going to be Los Nomadas picking it up for themselves, a very strong team fighting mage that does way too much damage but according to Riot, it's the items, not the champion. So yeah, that's always a fun one. He's still very powerful. Thresh now being picked up for Fury here on the for the support. So we got a guaranteed support here. I'm actually surprised that not much else is being picked up. I guess they want to try to save the top lane pick for later, because this is just something I would just suspect that they would just try to get Hailstorm on something really, really strong that they know for a fact isn't banned out yet, and then be able to put them on. But instead, they want to round out their bot lane, giving themselves the Kaisa on the side of Fury, and I believe that was going to VG Doug. Yes, I forgot
Mingling,
the swap ups. Oh wait, Mingling's the
AD
ADC,
carry.
right?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So Ming is going to be the AD. So that's going over to Ming, while VG Doug is being mid or support. Sorry. So then, yep. So that Thresh is going to VG Doug, and then we have the Riven going to Omega the Reaper. This is one of his actual. This is actually one of his big picks. And that being left up for him, I'm actually very curious to see how well it's going to go up in the top lane, because now they could start to pincer some of these bans that might be able to give Hailstorm an advantage, which is why the Camille is immediately banned out here by the left side of Los Nomadas, something you don't want to give Hailstorm the ability to be able to duel, while Galio being banned out here, I believe, to take that away from Snare Bopsy. Then we have the
That's a
Trundle being banned
that,
here.
yeah. The Galio is a weird ban, and so is the Annie, because we've seen a lot of brand. So I'm not quite sure what those two bans were for. We know Los Tomates is forcing Snarbopsy onto brand a lot here the last couple weeks.
I'm
Uh,
not entirely sure what's going on with that exactly either. It just seems very
it seems like that was their
weird.
plan, and they're like, we're just gonna follow through just in case. But I'm like, I don't know if they thought there was a brand AD carry or brand jungle, maybe give that option. But Varus being picked up anyways for Los Tomates to counter the Kaisa, and then Cho'Gath is the answer in the top lane to the Riven.
I'm I'm very okay. I'm okay with that. I was expecting potentially something else, but they did, like I said, they pincered quite a few of those top lane picks. So there wasn't really much else for Hailstorm to actually be able to pick up. Maybe the Garen, but I wouldn't suspect they would want to play that into this. And then the Vigar being a scaling mage for the side of Fury going over to Redacted. I think that's actually going to be a really good pick for their team overall. Just kind of gives them overall artillery team fight to be able to utilize. And then we do see we're waiting for Los Nomadas to be able to pick out their what I believe is going to be their jungler. So it's actually going to be a brand mid this time around, instead of it being a brand jungle like I anticipated originally. So we do have for the Fury side, it looks like it's going to be a top lane Cho'Gath, a jungle Mumu, mid lane Vigar, ADC Kaisa, and then support Thresh. While on the side of Los Nomadas, we should be having, it looks like a top lane Riven, jungle Maokai, mid lane Brands, various ADC, and support Leona.
Yep. So we
And
start line up, and we just about ran out of our spectator delay, which is perfect. So we're gonna be able to roll right into this for you guys as soon as this launches.
I was not expecting. Okay, so maybe my little extra bit of talking kind of helped us roll into that. I was not expecting spectator delay to just be done like that out of nowhere. It usually never
Hailstrom
is.
dropping 10k down on Furry Fury, trying to see if I'll take the bait for that cheese. I'm not. You know what? You know what? I
You know what?
appreciate the belief in your team. Throwing the records out the window here, and you know what? You can have my points if you win.
I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna do the same.
It is the
But you know what?
smart bet right now.
It's a very nice smart bet, because if I can go ahead and rob Hailstrom blind, that'll be great.
Yeah,
I know
I'm
that
still
man is racking up the points.
yeah I'm still chasing him in overall points, so this will be exciting.
And here we go. We do have the game now started. A full 5 stack for the side of Los Nomadas up towards the top side. They want to attempt to potentially any invades that might be done here by the side of Fury. They want to potentially stop and maybe even set up a slight little death brush right there. Hailstorm ends up seeing the entire team. Gonna end up trying to evade himself away. Right now, entire Los Nomadas team finding the Vigar there, Redacted, taking a couple autos from Tortuga there, gonna be able to back them off. Thresh ready and waiting in case anyone went in for a further engage. Nicely done by them to go ahead and try to scope out a little bit of that early bit of jungle, but don't think they really drop. Okay, no, they dropped some vision off on the blue side. So there you go. They at least got a little bit of information there for themselves later on.
But yeah, getting that early information, forcing out the ward there for Hailstorm. Nice and easy first game, but Redacted pretty lucky that there was no additional CC on top of him there. Otherwise, he could have been chunked out a lot more in mid. Looking for Bobsy to kind of just push out this wave as much as possible. Trying to punish Redacted here early, take advantage of the early brand.
I don't think we want to see a Vigard that's going to be continuously stacking. I think it's going to be on Brand's job to constantly bully him out of this lane and force him not to be able to stack up that Q. Because eventually Vigard is just going to become an absolute tactical nuke, and it's going to look like somebody just got a 25 kill streak on COD. So yeah, we don't want that to be happening. And oh man, I wish I wasn't talking as the solo dolo goes right on in the top lane. Omega the Reaper able to take that on a Hailstorm. Nicely done on the side of Los Nomadas to get this game started.
Hailstorm, your points are in trouble there, and that's on you.
It's all according to plan. It's all according to plan. He wants to give out the points.
Bait him into a false sense of security here.
Omega the Reaper, though, I kind of suspected that he was going to give us a bit of a show. The Riven is something that he's been consistently known for. I remember last season, I believe the very first game of the season was a Los Nomadas game that we broadcasted. And, oh, man, he's going right back in again. And there's actually a 1v1 going on right here once again, but he's going to have to flash out. He's going to be able to get him this time. Yes, sir. Hailstorm returning the 1v1 and the solo dolo right back. He said, I'm going to make you guys eat those words, and immediately gets the kill for himself.
Immediately gets the kill for himself. So that's good to see that, but unfortunately that means Omega the Reaper is going to be able to go back, spend his gold, and come back to lane even stronger. Hailstorm going to have to look to see if he can push out this wave and then get him back off himself. Omega saving his TP here. I'm surprised we didn't see a little more aggression on the bot lane from Killer Kumquat, but they're probably thinking this matchup, they can just farm it out, just play safe right now.
I like the fact that, like, I wonder if Omega and, like, Hailstorm had a little, like, handshake up in the things, like, all right, guys, we're just going to go ahead and just brawl it out this entire game, because they are just not allowing the farming to go on. Omega the Reaper just immediately going in, but Hobbit is slowly eking up. No flash right now on the Riven. Is he going to be able to avoid the Bandage Toss? Going to get knocked up, not going to be able to get it, but the Rupture barely able to get it. But now going right back in, trying to get the fight, but Omega the Reaper able to take at least one kill onto Hailstorm in the middle of the 2v1, but not going to be enough as the shield tries to come up, try to get a little bit more, but Hungry Hobbit going to be able to take that kill off on the back end. Nicely done to go ahead and return the kill, but in the 2v1, the Riven was able to survive and get a kill on the return. This is not going to look good, especially with the already 3 longswords stacking up for Omega the Reaper.
Yeah, if you're in Hailstorm's position, you hate to see that. Some good fighting and trading here, but split targets here. Killer's a little far under turret.
Forcing the flash out. They're going to keep trying to go after Killer. Going to be able to get the last 2 ticks, and boom, Ming going to be able to take that kill right there in the bot lane. They were trying to get that stack. Yeah, I didn't like the fact that you basically just eat yourself right into the tower range. That was kind of a death sentence.
And they split focus. Oh, great.
Hobbit, nicely done. Baby Cage wrapped around Mr. Bobsy, not going to be able to get away. Does have the flash up, but I don't think he's going to waste it. Redacted, able to secure that kill. Nicely done. I love seeing this. Furry Fury really getting active on this map right now.
Yeah, Hobbit able to actually hit those 2 bandage
You're a little too close. Oh, VG Doug able to take that kill right there off of him. Not going to be able to get that last auto Ming to get the plasma stack to go off. But at least this is right now Fury looking like a whole new team.
Yeah, I think some of this is just absolute disrespect from Los Nomadas right now. That bot lane was way too aggro. Diving tower, but then splitting focus, not fighting down the same person. Repeat gank here for Hungry Hobbit.
Ooh, flashes out. Gonna have to try to get away. Hungry Hobbit is ready and waiting, but this time you got your jungler here, Bulg, ready to go in. Goes under the turret with no ability to get out. Gets bandage tossed, but is able to take him out. Hungry Hobbit gonna get slain by Bulgaria, but the Q ever so slightly able to take him, and is gonna be able to get that return kill from Redacted. But Snare Bobsy under the tower able to go ahead and kill Redacted back off too. just trading off bloody after bloody game. Omega the Reaper, though,
Nope.
another solo dolo, but it's gonna be returned back and forth under the tower. What is going on? We're actually on a 2 kill per minute game as we speak. This is absolute insanity. Killer Kumquat now looking for the angle, but not able to find it. I thought they were about to give us another one added to the stacks.
Look at all those swords for Riven.
Jesus, the 5 long swords. What is going on here, Omega? This is the new meta. It's like, it was like the what's it called, when GP had to build like straight like 4 daggers or something that goes right into
Right.
right into
Yep.
like all of his builds. And I was just like, what is going on? And all of a sudden GP just hurts. And you know, that's what this is looking like right here. It's the 5 long swords, and then all of a sudden just Riven hurts everywhere.
Absolutely. Yeah, and Hobbit here, unfortunately, a little bit illegally.
Oh man, blue team was able to steal Void Grubs, going ahead, gonna try to get a little bit more. Bulgaria though, not in the right place at the right time.
Bulgaria might
Redacted
be
trying to
illegal.
find him, not gonna be able to get anything. And Bulgaria gonna end up losing his life, becoming another stack for the Vygar Q. Nicely done by the side of Fury to react to the grubs being taken right there. Killer Kumquat now looking for the angle, not gonna land the hook, and not gonna go in actually on that either. Nicely done to go ahead and mitigate any more. Tortuga still fighting off though. I think they're still trying to look for this angle.
I like to see VG Doug here throw a little bit more autos there when Leona is that forward and aggressive. Just go ahead and poke. You have a little bit of extra range over Leona. Just bully when you're playing those vision games there. There you
Like,
go.
don't be afraid of,
Yep.
yeah, exactly.
Like, don't do it just for the gold. You gotta put a little damage on them when you're safe enough, when you're not going to be the target of Tortuga.
Even if it's like you're waiting for your E charge to go all the way to the red so then you can actually get the damage off, like, fine. By all means, do that. But yeah, you want to see definitely a little bit more
Bully 'em.
poke from this Thresh. Yeah. Alrighty, what the directed camera doesn't know where it wants to go because it looks like something big is about to start here. The baby
Dragon.
cage used over the wall to try to see if the dragon is being taken. Not gonna see anything, and instead it looks like Bulgaria is actually starting the Drake. Is he? Is he actually doing it right now? Yeah, it looks like he actually
Yeah,
is
it's
doing
still
it right
it's still
now.
pulled. They have the wave advantage there. The lane prio, both in mid and bot, so it's a pretty safe take for him. Seasner Bopsy coming down to help take the dragon right now. But yeah, there is blood, there's chaos in all of the lanes right now. It's pretty wild start so far. Not how I predicted it going. Other than this dragon.
Dragon goes right in, able to take him. Ultimate being used by Bulgaria to be able to get right into the middle of the box and being activated. Hungry Hobby gonna be able to take the kill on the Killer Kumquat in the middle of it. Getting a double kill right onto him, but bringing the explosion from Brand right into the middle of your team. VG Doug gonna end up losing his life. Next double kill going over to Tortuga as they were able to get some kills off on the back end. Jungle for ADC double kills, gonna be able to do more as they start to chase him down. Tortuga now gonna become another stack for Redacted as he tries to get away, utilizing the baby cage. Ming and Redacted versus Snurpopsy. Is he gonna be able to get the damage off? He's trying to do it, but no, Ming gonna be able to take it as the solo dolo in the 1v2. Snurpopsy able to take out Redacted there as he was able to take them out. Nicely done, but we got way more kills to still go as we are sitting literally at 20 kills in 9 minutes.
Omega also now proxying in the top lane, so let's see if Omega gets punished for that soon. But yeah, there will be blood, more blood, more blood. So we appreciate them going all out. No holds barred here.
Honestly, anytime it's a hailstorm game, I just kind of suspect that I'm gonna be probably playing a 2 kill per minute. Like, I'm expecting a 2 kill per minute game, and it's just for some reason, it's nothing again. I'm not saying specifically hailstorm, but I feel like any team I've seen him on, for some reason, every other team just wants to brawl with them, and it's just so interesting. Like,
yeah, it's always
even with
interesting.
like Kraken Slayers,
Yeah, it's
like,
always
they were always a really
interesting.
brawly team.
Yeah, they're like, all right, what's our win condition? Our win condition is hailstorm split bush. All right, so let's all out fight the entire time. Wait a minute, not what you want to see. But there he is, the man, the myth, the legend. He himself is back from his timeout after that horrible pun that he posted
He
in
said,
all
"I'm-
chat. But Eli is
He
here.
said, "I'm sick of you guys not seeing
Damn,
my puns,
that's
so I just have to say
crazy.
them out loud. I'm gonna force you all to hear them."
Pretty much. I don't know. Just a little tired. So
I like
hopefully
where
my
this is
brain will
going.
work.
Redacted
Oh,
being
God.
found by Omega the Reaper jumping in. Stun gonna be able to get it. Never so slightly. Snurpopsy able to take that onto Redacted, trying to take the Hungry Hobbit. Not gonna be able to do anymore. Just gonna back off and take that kill. Nicely done. Getting taken in with the hook. Not gonna be able to get the flay on him though. The rest of the damage being dropped on the Ming. Is Tortuga gonna be able to do it? No. Killer Instinct being able to use. Tortuga then getting the last bit of damage after the shield drops, and they're continuing. VG Doug getting chased and poked down. Not gonna be able to get it. Tortuga trying to get the last one, but the piercing shot not gonna be able to get it on the charge Q ever so slightly as the flash is used by VG Doug to dodge that out. Nicely done, as we still see Fury on the advantage, even though it's only about 300k gold. Oh, 300 gold up, not 300k. That'd be insanity.
Imagine, literally you sniff in their direction and they're dead.
Right now, it feels like right now, Fury, even though they're not super ahead, actually they're not ahead at all. Oh no, Redacted, you didn't realize the Maokai was coming out. Wait, what?
I think we could have killed there, but maybe Bobsy doesn't agree.
But he dropped Cage.
I-
Guys,
Flame him, Malco! Embrace your inner me. Flame him.
I just have questions, but that's okay. We have way more play to go through
Don't
right
worry,
now in
you
this
won't
game.
get any answers, at least from us.
You know what though? If like Bulgersner, if they end up winning MVP, I'm asking that's the question I'll ask first thing. It's like, guys, he dropped Cage. What happened? But we do have Omega the
Hailstorm's
Reaper trying to
having
make
fun.
something happen. I don't think he is really having fun right now. Drops the rupture, expecting Omega to go in. Omega sees the rupture drop, goes in under the tower, and boom, solo dolo once again on this ribbon. This is not getting through the
Back
next
into the
game.
proxy. His Singe player is showing him a little bit.
He has the Ravenous Hydra. He has nothing to worry about. He can literally kill you under tower, start proxying, and then we get the shutdown as Hungry Hobbit comes down to the bot lane and is able to get the gank off and kill Tortuga once again. Nicely done to go ahead and get that return kill and get a nice little shutdown, because I believe that also went over to Kaisa. So that's actually going to be that's exactly where you want to go. Oh no, Hungry Hobbit finding Snurpopsy right in the middle. Bandage toss landed. Baby Cage going to be used. Hungry Hobbit takes the kill, able to not allowing another redacted stack to happen. But good job to be able to do that. Ming having to use the killer instinct to get himself out of the situation right there. Right now, Los Nomadas' bot lane overall is still able to combat a lot with Omega the Reaper's help here. He's looking to just go ahead and start beating down this tower in the face of VG Doug. This is absolutely hilarious.
Your
And
autos mean nothing to me.
I'm just gonna keep whacking Tortuga though, wanting to chase down Redacted, forcing the flash out of him over there. Not gonna be able to do anything else right now, but Hungry Hobbit caught him between the rock and a hard place as he uses the blast code.
Oh, we go back in.
Oh no, Bandage toss to go right back in again. I think he thought that because he had Redacted there, maybe they could do something, so he went back in. But he was safe. He could have just walked back up towards his tower. I think he would have been fine, right? No, actually no, Tortuga was there. Maybe he just thought he was dead and wanted to just turn around at that point.
We get in diagnosed with depression with this one, boys.
Oh
That was
boy.
a suicide.
That was the seppuku. That was the seppuku in Minecraft. Anyways, we're gonna continue right now as Ogun Reaper comes up here trying to go ahead and make something happen. No solo little at that time, but red team, even though they're not really, they're kind of behind right now in the sense of like gold and in kills, they are still working very hard here to keep themselves in the game. In that sense, oh man, Baby Cage used once again, gonna go ahead and attempt to get
Brand champ.
Oh no,
Brand
Brand wanting to
champ.
flash in with the ult, and the 1v1 has been taken. Challenge accepted as Snurpopsy takes down Redacted. And that's usually a hard one to do when you have a Varguard that possibly could just blow you right up. So nicely done by Snurpopsy there to take him out.
Brand champ is balanced for sure.
Yeah, you know, you could just go ahead casually land two parts of your combo. Oh, wait, hold on. Omega the Reaper, you weren't expecting Hungry Hobbit to be here this time. Now trying to get away.
Possibly.
He probably could. Ravenous Hydra cooldown boots might
He
be able to
has
make
R.
something happen. Uses the shield. He hasn't used R just
maybe
yet.
not.
Still waiting on it. He's trying to get over the wall. Able to dodge out on the first bandage toss. Flashes over the wall. Uses the ultimate. Oh, it's all over. Shut down. Going over to Hungry Hobbit after taking down Omega the Reaper on that ribbon. Nicely done. I really do like the fact that they're starting to try to punish him for some of the acts, basically the crimes that he's getting away with up in the top lane. So it's nicely done to see Hungry Hobbit starting to be a little bit more active up towards that top side, going to Leandre's build on this Amumu, so he's actually doing a little bit of damage at this current moment, and it's probably hurting anybody who doesn't have any MR right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure what Omega's doing up there is against the Geneva Convention.
Okay, so anyone just saw the little dog just jump back and forth right there too, so they just kind of gave away the fact that Rift Herald is currently being done right now. Bulgaria wanting to go ahead and try to combat this, but he does not have any other teammates around to help him. Actually, right now, it looks like Hungry Hobbit has it, but the ultimate being used by Tortuga gonna be going ahead and get away. The box didn't drop, but it's not gonna be anything as VG Doug gets dropped down by Snurpopsy, and Bulgaria all alone being taken out, and the Q hits. Gonna be another kill given over to Redacted. Both these teams looking absolutely insane right now as they both are able to keep the game so even, but now the gold lead finally starting to drip away as blue team is now finally getting over that 1K gold husk or hump and able to get themselves to finally an actual gold lead that means
Honestly,
not really mean anything,
oh
but
jeez, I was thinking that their bot, Luxnamon's bot lane should have dove that. They had the thumbs to dive. They had Leona R plus flash plus ignite, and like all Varus has to do is just pump.
Bopsy.
Do we dodge the bow? We don't even need a dodge. Okay, never mind.
No, he was far enough away. He was playing far enough away from that top side. Nicely done. Omega the Reaper now going back to just fighting this tower. Wow, Hailstorm actually doing a little chunk of damage there now. Gonna be able to land the Rupture. Gonna keep autoing. Omega the Reaper now looking to turn onto him. Instead, gonna get munched on. Hailstorm now finally getting the advantages truthfully on these 1v1s. The Cho'Gath starting to look really big. Fury. There's a reason why he dropped that 10K for points. And it's looking like he's trying to rob my bank as right now Hailstorm's starting to ramp up in his top lane.
You know what us top laners say about a top gap? It's also a jungle gap. Because there is no ganks topside.
Tack Alley in the chat over here saying it's almost 20 minutes. Hailstorm tower should be down, bro. I fully agree.
Now the question is,
don't worry,
whose
he's
tower?
Oh, hold on. Mid support versus mid jungle. Gonna be able to get in the middle of the fight. Amumu able to go ahead and take out Bobsy as the big ultimate, able to get the damage down. Going ahead in the middle of them. Killer Kumquat now being dropped by 4 additional teammates. Redacted gonna be able to claim that kill for himself. Now 19 to 14, 33 kills in this game at 18 minutes. Absolutely insane as we start to see these two teams trying to really gear themselves away from one another. And it's looking like right now though, Fury really starting to bring that lead a little bit closer towards a really surmountable one.
It just feels like we're running at each other. Just trying to kill each other the entire time.
You know what? That might actually be like the perfect plan to just absolutely disrupt what Los Nomadas likes to do.
Yeah. Oh, Hungry is tiny bit caught out. He's
Though,
not
doing
that
some
tanky yet.
damage here. He does have Bulgaria, but not gonna be able to go ahead. It's actually enough to be able to get the kill as they already take it. But Tortuga now chasing as the killer instinct comes out, gonna be able to land, jump
nice
under the
flash
tower. Nicely done, Ming. Able to take
Very
that kill. Going ahead, he's gonna go in. It's Killer Kumquat trying to get him. The box now dropped. Not gonna allow Snurpopsy to get in. Kill Ming. Gonna be able to get away, but Bopsy's gonna be looking for VG Doug. They managed to find him. VG Doug gonna just sacrifice his life to be able to allow for his 80 carry to get away. Ming gets away, but VG gonna have to lose his life and go to the gray screen as Omega the Reaper and Hailstorm now going in the mid lane to go ahead and do a little bit of a 1v1, little revenge for the top side. But it's right now Hailstorm showing no fear, taking literally no damage. All the extra armor really meaning something here, but Omega the Reaper healing it all right back up as we see Killer Kumquat right now coming up from behind. Hailstorm looking to actually turn on the support instead. Omega the Reaper abandoning his support as Killer gonna have to walk around. The rest of the team from Fury now all here. They do find the Rupture, able to land on a Killer. Not gonna be able to get away. Trapped by the baby cage. Not what you guys are just gonna let him walk away. Nope, there goes the Q, able to land onto him, and now Redacted on a killing spree as the Vigard gets another kill. We have right now. He TPs, but not into the place that he wants to be, using an immediate Hexgate to get away.
Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah, the Riven's not feeling too good against this Cho'Gath now. If Riven's below 50% HP, Cho'Gath just kills pretty quickly.
The Maokai ultimate comes out. The fight has officially started. Bulgaria goes in the middle of them. Tortuga now able to take out VG Doug early in the fight. And this is so many low health bars from the side of Fury now. Omega the Reaper gonna be able to get them there. Double kill though, going right over to the Varus, chasing him down. Bulgaria gonna be looking for Hailstorm, and Hailstorm gets taken out by Snurpopsy. That is 4 members from the side of Fury, all taken out. Redacted being the only one left here. But they're looking for him as he flash over the
Wow,
wall,
he
goes
flashed.
in, and boom. Omega the Reaper going to be able to take that kill, and that is now Los Nomadas turning it around as they take the gold lead. They managed to take the 3rd Drake of the game, acing the side of Furry, and finding a really good fight that finally turns the game around in their favor.
Yeah. Furry's team got split up, and they Hailstorm wasn't able to frontline for squishies, and Omega was just able to one-shot the squishies because Roden just has like crap ton of damage. He doesn't do like that much damage to Cho'Gath, and he's not really that much of an issue to Cho'Gath at this point, but he's definitely a major issue to, honestly, all the rest of the members. I guess since Amumu has gotten Sunfire, he's a little bit tankier, but
I like the way that Amumu is building at the current moment to kind of like allow himself to do a little bit more damage against the other squishier members of Los Nomadas, especially since like I literally watched him like blow somebody up with an ultimate, which is hilarious. But at the same time, it's still like, holy, like this game has officially turned around back to Los Nomadas' side, and we're probably going to be getting a constant back and forth regularly where it's like, okay, who up? You step my mic. All right, give me 2 seconds.
I don't think it's you, Malco. At least I'm not hearing it on our side. I think unfortunately it's the conversion with the Streamlabs once again.
Yeah, they don't like my audio mixer. That's something I've discovered. Actually, I discovered that for some reason they don't like audio mixers in general. But hold on, Omega the Reaper now trying to run away, but Bulgaria is now here to be able to help him out. Hailstorm catching him with the ruptured VG Doug right in the middle, giving him the lantern in case he needs to escape. Goes too far away, so he can't get away. Now Hailstorm being chased down by 3 different members as the Bandit Toss barely misses on the Killer Kumquat. Gonna be able to try to get away. Glenn's to go in right on the Zenith play. Glenn's the Solar Flare. Gets on the 2 members. The bombs drop. Man, gonna be able to get the kill, and now this is a 4v5 as we see multiple members. Snarboxy, the big ultimate is a triple kill comes out for him. Omega the Reaper nearly slain by Redacted on the backside as Ming's trying to run away from the rest of the members. Snarboxy now chasing him down. Maybe we're gonna be able to get the quadra kill. We can get the penta. No, instead it's gonna be 1 member loss. This is a support loss for the side of Los Nomadas. They're gonna take the win of that fight, keeping the kills per minute well over 2, and they're trying to make sure that they can take this Baron too.
I really hope that Furry, like, that could have been a good fight, but I really hope they go back and analyze this as a team and understand the calls. So, like, missing that lantern was pretty huge, you know, denying that from Hailstorm to let him reset and rejoin the team. But then also the amount of ultimates and abilities blown to kill the Leona, to kill Killer Kumquat, was just criminal. You cannot blow everything there to try to kill the support.
you know,
And so great setup there by Killer Kumquat. Just, you know, if they're gonna disrespect you, like, do it.
all must be men because they blew their load early. Huh? Sorry.
Oh man, dude. Oh man, dude. Like I said, he came onto the cast to make sure that we could
Invasive
never
thoughts.
unhear his puns.
Yeah,
But
you
Tack
cannot
Alley,
unhear
Bulk's
what's
not
joke.
playing unless you're flaming
Yeah.
Hobbit.
Also, props to Bopsy with the teleport there in that fight. It's pretty crazy. I think we need to see some MR for our tanks, because not only do we now have a no match mantle, which we didn't have at the fight, but like Brand just melts tanks. So we need a little bit of resistances.
That last fight when he just came in out of nowhere and then just blew every single person up was just... Oh no, hold on. Omega the Reaper now being able to find Redacted here, not gonna be able to get him. But Redacted now being caught, being taken out. Technically in a 1v3, Omega the Reaper able to take that kill, but now being chased down by the Thresh and the Cho'Gath. Gonna be trying to fight this out a little bit more. Having the Grievous Wounds gonna be able to get him taken down a little bit more. The healing not meaning as much. Box being dropped. He's gonna be taken. He could, but I don't think he has enough to be able to do it just yet. Gonna have to. Yep, there it is. Gonna be able to get the munch on and be able to take him out. Omega the Reaper taken down and shut down, going over to Hailstorm there. We do have 4 members of Los Nomadas now trying to push down this mid lane and get something going here as they have the Baron buff still. Only 1 member, I think, lost it. Yeah, Omega the Reaper is the only one that lost it. And it's a 4v4 in this mid lane. So it's actually pretty even, I feel, between these members of the teams. So it would, actually, if Snarboxy doesn't ult there, that actually could be potentially a couple lives lost. I'm not even kidding. He is pretty far ahead.
Is so disgusting.
He's sitting on the dual, what's it called? Needlessly long rod. So he's going for that Rabadon's next item. That's not going to be fun to deal with when he has Leon paralyzed.
I think Redacted there in that bot lane fight with the Riven was trying to, like, keep the bait alive, but just needs to be more respectful and have how much movement that
Yeah,
he
Hailstorm's
has.
just gonna get ripped apart here by
Yep, 4 members catching him off in the bot lane. Gonna go ahead and be able to take him out.
Health damage. Yep.
And I like that, giving Tortuga the kill instead of trying to give it to Snurbopsy. Snurbopsy does not need any more kills right now.
He
And
already
you guys
fully
will-
stacked with his Dark Steel as well.
Yeah, so he needs to convert that over to a Magi's, and he also needs to get that Rabadon's done. But I think he's waiting for his TP to be ready because the Drake fight is basically here. So right now, the Drake is actually going to be taken. And this is the Soul. They cannot let a Fury
Omega's
cannot
looking
allow
for a
this to
flank
drop.
angle. I really like it. Or yeah, he's looking for a
Oh,
flank
yep,
angle. I really
flank
like
angle
this.
plus killers on the
Oh,
back line
we
too.
need to
They have
look
3
at-
members able to drop the baby cage. Not going to be able to get
think
into it in the
Omega
middle of
needs
it.
to
But
play
Omega the
quick and
Reaper.
slow so they can get wrecked.
Oh, Hungry Hobby gets into the middle, and he
they get it.
ate it just to steal it. Nicely done by Hungry
At
Hobby
what
to be able
cost?
to deny the soul. But now what's it going to cost? As you said, because that's now lives being lost. Snurbopsy gets shut down by the Kaiser, but is it going to mean anything? As Miggy's able to barely get away, but more members being dropped here. As VG Doug goes ahead and loses his life alongside Hungry Hobbit and Redacted. They're looking for Ming now, but instead of looking for Ming, they're looking for the mid lane tower. As Hailstorm now being able to protect his AD now is going to then go right back after using the gates, trying to protect this tower in the base. But I don't think the Cho'Gath can really go up against 4 members, so this is definitely going to be the tower in the inhib going down for the side of Fury. Los Nomadas still pushing in. I don't think they can
I'd
end
like
the
to
game
see
off
Los
it.
Nomadas reset here, push, get our gold out of our pockets into our inventories, and then push out side waves.
Tortuga stayed way too long. I'm okay, never mind. He's fine. Yep, they're gonna try to take this tower by utilizing Bulgaria to go ahead and tank it. Or no, never mind. They
Just
could've
2 tanky
attacked
with
it,
no
but now-
minions. Just 2 tanky
Yep.
with no minions there.
So
man,
now
this is
4
a great
members of
opportunity
Fury all coming down looking for the rest of Los Nomadas. This is a big mistake. You overstayed. And now 2 members being dropped by Cho'Gath. 3 being dropped as the Redacted is able to take the shutdown onto the Varus. Nicely done to be able to find
What
those
did
3
I
members on the
tell
back
you?
line. You stayed way too long. You greeted way too long. And it ended up with you losing your lives.
We probably had so much money in our like pockets or whatever, and we didn't have it as gold value as items.
I think if Furry Furious pulls this one out, I think for game 1 the MVP has to go to Hungry Hobbit for denying Soul there. Because I think even some of these other fights would have gone differently.
They go from bad to worse with Hex Soul.
Oh
Crazy.
no,
Right.
Ming.
Does Ming get out of here? I don't
I
know. Riven has
don't
too
know.
much.
Utilizes
much
the killer
mobility.
instinct to
Oh,
be
we
able
got
to
TP.
teleport. Oh, to be able to
Will
get away,
she
but
be
the
able to-
teleport is coming in. We do have
Oh.
Hailstorm now, finding the
Oh,
rupture,
he
not be
missed
able
the
to
Q,
connect,
it's
barely
tragedy.
misses. And it's gonna be Omega the Reaper being able to take that kill off in the back end, but
Oh,
now
we got
Snurbopsy
it.
is coming in,
Doesn't
able to get some of the
got
shielding.
chomped.
But is Snurbopsy gonna be able to get it, get some
God,
damage
so
off?
shy
Gonna be able to
there.
get the ult, manages to get it to bounce back and forth. Hungry Hobbit and Hailstorm taking a lot of damage as more members come down. Solarful landing on a Hailstorm, and that's gonna be the first life taken as Snurbopsy gets taken out by Snurbopsy takes out Hungry Hobbit, and now more members being chased down as Los Nomadas is trying to chase down the rest of them as Omega the Reaper gets away, keeps dashing, keeps shielding, now healing and might be able to turn back around, but they do end up finding Hailstorm on the backside. Tortuga now going to be able to take that. No, it's going to be Snurbopsy taking it instead. Brand too big, brand too powerful, and that's going to be a whole lot more kills that he continue to chase down. Redacted now trying to get away, and VG Doug as well, guiding these minions down towards this tower, and they might actually be able to push this right into their base.
Oh man. I guess, well, Riven had to reset, but they'll at least take. Obviously, they took tier 2. Man, that felt so illegal. I think we just reset here and play for Baron, and then we can play for Death Push. I don't really think we should go for the tower.
At this point, I'm very curious to see where this is going to end up going because the rest of the team right now, yep, I had a feeling that at the very least this tower was going to go down.
Doesn't
But
feel
now
like
they're
an
looking for
opportunity to
something.
play
Killer
Valhalla.
Kumquat now is going to end up getting taken. Big Amuma ulti able to land on the multiple members as they're able to get him. Bulgaria, Varus, and the Leona all going to be falling. And that's going to be at least a nice little save for the side of Fury as they are only 4k gold down. I honestly... 4k gold down is never that bad. I personally think that that's actually one of those types of gold leads that you can easily come back from. And with 3 members down, I think minimum of 20 seconds on them, you can actually go for this Baron for the side of Fury. So this is actually a really good way to come back into this game. But I think Snurbopsy doesn't want to let that happen.
And we had such a high percentage play, and we decided to go with the low percentage play. What feels like again. Oh my god.
Oh.
The brand damage was so close. It's actually crazy. It looked like 10, 15 HP.
That's all it would have taken. I think Fury actually has an avenue back into, like, they can actually win this game. It's kind of scary to say it, but I think they could actually win this game. Crypt Bloom now being picked up for the Vygar, going to be able to give that little bit extra healing when he bursts someone down. So that will actually be pretty useful for the rest of the team, making that burst mage or that nuke of a mage
What is the Vygar
actually useful.
stacks? Yeah.
Good
I
question.
didn't see it because I think he showed it for a second briefly.
286. So
288.
1001 AP right now.
89. Okay.
Shout out Dr.
One
Dirk,
of our
30
big
Days
orange
of Love
guys.
coming your way. Thank you very much for the subscription.
I didn't need him to sub for me to glaze him.
350.
Dr. Dirk's like, you know what? You guys get a sub for being a decent, what's it called, production cast. So, thank you. You know, because most of the production cast might not listen to you and tell you, hey, this is what the Vygar stacks are right now.
Tonight I am the entertainment.
Exactly. Oh, here we go. I'm actually excited for this fight to start up. Brand not landing anything, but Killer Conquog being caught up in the baby cage. Remember trying to flash out, get a kill, but Hailstorm gonna be able to take that out, and that's gonna be the middle of the fight. But no, Regular Reaper is so big, and so is the Brand and Varus now doing so much damage. Fury being dropped one after the other. They may have lost Killer Kumquat, but Fury is gonna lose their team. But there we go, Ming able to take off one on the backside, but it's not gonna mean anything else as the rest of the team is aced, and that is probably gonna end up being the game. 30 seconds on the nearest member. That was absolutely insane.
If we could see a damage chart for that fight, that Brand and Varus were pumping. I think that Brand did so much damage that fight, it was insane. Oh my god, dude. That Brand champ is just so gross.
They're banning Brand next game, and if they don't pick it themselves, and they are banning the Ribbon, definitely.
One could say, I think Furry Fury is feeling a little bit burned by this Brand.
Burned?
Yeah.
More like scorched at the moment. That Brand damage was absolutely insane, and we actually got a game where it was over 2 kills per minute, so that's actually pretty awesome, as it was 70 kills in 32 minutes. I want you guys to know that there was so much fighting going on. Jeez, man.
Yep, the Brand branded.
Yep, the Brand doing Brand things, doing the most
Holy.
damage. Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, I mean, it's so bad for Cho'Gath to have to face into Brand. I think just like we have no mobility to get onto, not no, but at least with Cho'Gath, they just have so much HP, like with Amumu and the Cho'Gath, and Cho'Gath has no mobility. He has CC, but he doesn't have mobility, but it's kind of hard for him to get onto the Brand, and then if Amumu isn't able to get onto the Brand, and Brand's able to actually late arriving to fights is actually pretty big for the Brand, because he's just like so much of their damage that he can arrive to fights late, and the people will be distracted and they won't focus Brand, and then Brand gets to just unload all of his abilities onto their team. That's what ended up happening. It was pretty disgusting. That Brand champ.
No, literally, that Brand champ. I say ban the Brand champ. Get rid of him. I don't want him. Thank you, Hailstorm, though, for the points. I will
Champ
greatly
is not
appreciate
lit.
those all day.
Actually, technically, he is lit, but like, you know what I'm saying.
We got some good points out here. I'm happy.
Yeah. Bulg in the jungle that game was a treat, one could say.
I'll be right back, guys. One moment.
Eli, really stretching for these.
I'm always stretching for these.
Bulk says you're fired.
So wait, I'm fired, Bulg? Or could one be saying, leave you alone?
I don't know. We don't actually pay him, so I don't know that we should really fire him, but we could give him the shape of Italy. You can. You absolutely could do that, Patty. You absolutely could server mute him, and you did. All right, there goes both my casters. All right, it's been a great night, everybody. No, I'm just unmute Eli right here, real quick.
Oh god, what have I done to deserve this?
You know what you did. You know what you did.
I know what I did. I'd do it again. It's like the freaking Goofy meme. I'd fucking do it again.
I'll believe it. I believe you would.
My goodness.
I'll do it again.
I love that meme.
The demons told you to, Eli?
Yes, the demons do tell me to. The voices win. How long have I told you guys that the voices always win?
The voices always win.
Dude, life is way more entertaining when you let the voices win. What are we talking about?
All right, so
You know what? I fully agree.
Sorry.
game one in the books. Los Nomadas up 1-0. What are the moves you guys want to see from Furry Fury to get them to a game 3?
I
So
didn't really. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say. So the reason why I figured that the reason why or are they who's on blue side, who's on red side this time around? Is it still blue side Fury
They
Fury?
still blue side Furry Fury,
Okay,
which is what
so
I'd kind of want them to go for.
I want them to go for that. I want them to pick back up the Amumu again, but I want to see them either try to somehow either get the brand on their side or just ban it entirely, especially since they're on red. Like they just need to ban it entirely if they can. I don't want them to just let that through. That was basically a big component of the team fighting that was going on for the side of Los Nomadas. So just get rid of that really big team fight champion and just let's see Trundle top. I mean, yeah, I think that it did get it through the first phase of bans. So I think actually allowing for Trundle top would actually really do good for the side of Fury just because it's a very, very powerful champion. So yeah, it does and I kind of like the fact that they had a really strong bot lane with Ming and Doug being being that Thresh Kaisa, but I think they could have did something with a tiny bit more power to or at the very least been poking more at Leona, because I'm sorry, but Killer was constantly overstepping against a Thresh Kaisa. There should have been a lot more poking, as a Blitz had pulled up during the game. There should have been a lot more poking going on. I just think that there's just certain things that Fury can do to tighten up the play. But again, just ban out that brand, make sure they don't get it, and allow yourselves a little bit more of a little bit more breathing room by taking certain things that are very powerful for your team. Like if you again like seeing the Trundle being left open and knowing that that's a very powerful pick just in the hands of Hailstorm in particular, and not giving it to him almost felt criminal, especially since you allow for Omega to take the Riven of all things. Like you could have set set him up, which I mean it was still very successful on the show. Yeah, I gotta stop sitting there acting like it wasn't successful. But
Yeah.
because he actually did a pretty decent job in mitigating and was able to 1v1 right back
Well,
at Omega.
we forgot what Riven does level 1 though. We need to see level 1 every time against Riven. Riven is like one of those champions, especially in top lane. You do the double Q reset, and as long as you hold your like first Q, second Q for as long as possible, you get a third Q. You trade with all your empowered autos. You can do that again really quickly, because once you activate the first Q, I believe your cooldown, like the entire ability's cooldown, goes on cooldown when you activate it the first time. So level 1 Riven is actually really gross, and we just didn't respect that as Hailstrom in top, which doesn't make sense because it's the bread and butter of like most Riven mains will play super hard for level 1s just because that's kind of how Riven is, at least level 1. I think going blue side should be what we're going for as Furry Fury. I think we just need to understand that we need to ban that brand if we're going to go massive tank meatballs and we're going with team fights. We either need to ban the brand or have better target selection, because we need to one-shot that brand ASAP. The rest of their team, obviously Varus is going to do a lot of like health percentage HP damage, but Brand is going to apply it to literally everyone. That is what Brand does. So we need either one-shot him if we're going to let him through, or we ban the champ. I say you ban the champ, personally, just because the champ is way too flexible. I do like the Amumu pickup, because it gives us like decent strong team fights. Amumu R can be very impactful, and it can be like game changing, which I think is really good. And you're picking it away. One thing you don't have to worry about on Los Nomadas. But if we're not going to respect the brand, it didn't feel like to me the Riven was the reason why Los Nomadas won that game. It felt like the brand. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting at.
Let's go
All
ahead and
right.
transition into draft. I say into it here, so we're kind of a little bit behind, but let's go ahead and get right into it as we see Furry Fury takes the blue side once again. Los Nomadas on red. Again, like you said, you want to try to see the brand taken away. You want to see brand banded or at least picked for the side of Fury because brand was a big component for Los Nomadas. So let's go ahead and see what is going to be the bans here, as we do see Fury right now banning Karma and Riven, as Los Nomadas ends up banning Vlad and Lux. I do like the transition into banning Riven out. That was an absolutely annoying pick.
It is an annoying pick, but it just feels like in my mind we just didn't respect the fact level 1 as a top laner. We just didn't respect his level 1.
And we do see the respect to the top laners, as we see the Urgot and the Singe both banned here. Nicely done to try to pincer both Omega and pincer out Hailstorm from being able to be as powerful as they can in that top lane. Trundle once again getting through, but Fury picking up the brand for themselves. So I expect Los Nomadas to pick up the Amumu here. Just because it just kind of makes sense that if they take brand, let's give Bolg the Amumu, and that is probably the one thing you don't want to do is give Bolg the Amumu. So I think Amumu would have been a better. I honestly think that instead of Karma, maybe Amumu would have been a better
I
ban. But
also was thinking the same exact thing, Malco, because I feel like we have Bolg on comfort, which means that he's going to be able to play better, and his like mental stack will be able to be freed up from like thinking about how he wants to play fights a bit more, because it's the champ that he plays the most. It'll be a lot easier for him to just operate in general on that champ. Comfort makes things a lot easier, like target selection and stuff. It will make it significantly easier for him to think about, oh, what champions am I going for, instead of like focusing on like mechanics or like how do I want to clear, how am I supposed to clear, what do I max, what items am I getting. It's a lot more natural to you if you have comfort. But I just don't like the fact that they didn't ban the Amumu if they were gonna first pick brand.
especially considering that like now they also get the Leona. Like I feel like there's like a trinity right now of combination, which is like the support mid and jungle
Ooh,
of
but we
like
we put the Poppy. It's not bad.
that's actually not bad to be able to negate a lot of the engage from Amumu and from Leona. So nice job to adjust your draft to make sure that you can at least counter some of the engage that's going to be coming in from Los Nomadas. As I was saying though, I feel like Amumu, Leona, and Bran are kind of like this weird trinity right now of a composition that can be utilized for like really big damage. If they want to kind of mitigate, like, they want to kind of change that up a bit. I'm not sure what other mages can really fit into that composition. In the same vein, maybe a Vigar could have fit into that composition there, which they could have taken that away from Redacted. I don't know if Snirbopsy actually plays it. Maybe Snirbopsy is trying to save the pick and maybe pincer a little bit more away from him. Mordekaiser now,
This
after
could
the
be a
Jax
Poppy
being
top.
picked up. Yeah, actually, that would kind of make sense. Galio being banned away from Redacted, oh not from Redacted, but from Snirbopsy once again. I think the reason why that there's bans
Why
of
are we
Galio is
banning
that
away Camille when we just picked Jax? That makes no sense
they
to
they're
me.
no, this is a hey, we want the Trundle. Hey, we want that Trundle. We're calling your bluff. It is not a Poppy top.
Do,
That's not going to Hailstorm. We want the Trundle from
do
you.
we
They're
ban
they're
away the
calling a
Annie?
bluff. They're trying to call a bluff.
Low-key, I was hoping that they would have banned Annie because I think Popsy might have picked Annie, and then we'd have Jax and Annie on the same team.
Lord have
Be
mercy. Jax
hilarious.
goes in, big counter strike into a big Annie Tibbers. Lord have mercy. Yeah, I'm about to
But
say
then we have
Hailstorm
just
does not play
Crop peak
Poppy.
CC.
So it's like, yeah, that's definitely a
Okay, he
Poppy
doesn't play
jungle.
Poppy. Okay. But also, I feel like it's a wasted ban in my opinion. If we pick up Jax, us banning Camille feels like kind of bad. As long as you know the matchup, it's very heavy Jax favored. There's like some outplay potential for the Camille side, but like
But I think that's
after
why
laning
like
phase is doomed.
it's a very big comfort pick for Hailstorm, and they end up giving me another comfort pick over no Trundle this time, but we're gonna get the Garen that I suspect that we might have gotten in the last game. So I'm actually surprised that we're gonna get this game. But I don't know how I feel about Fury's composition this time around. I know it's like I do like the fact that they have a lot of disengage potential. Oh, those
Oh,
Sandra
and
now.
we go Lissandra.
This
Ooh.
is okay, so this is another one that actually could be a really good one for this type of composition, that Trinity comp, like a good substitute for the brand. I really wish that they went for the Trundle up in the top side personally, and just really put that win condition up in there where like we literally have watched like in previous seasons where Hailstrom has literally won games for them off the back of just being able to split really
And
well.
Garen can
And
kind of do, yeah, Tak is saying the same thing as I'm thinking. Garen can also kind of do it as well. That was my also opinion, but also like Garen also can I feel like mess around with Jax a little bit better. Your W can be used for his E and stuff, so you take less damage. You can spin on his E into W. Like the Garen matchup sounds a little bit easier and freer to play than a Trundle into a Jax. I feel like a Trundle into a Jax is definitely more like 50-50, and you have to be like on top of your game. I've seen like Genos win the matchup, but I'm not sure if that's just how the matchup goes every time or just sometimes. I would assume it's only sometimes because Jax can become like quite the monster, and the fact that you can block auto attacks, any champ that relies on auto attacks is just bad into Jax. Like any champ that relies on their damage to auto attacks. It's one reason why I find the Camille ban a little bit silly in my mind, but
I can actually respect that and say that I agree. And in the sense, and the reason why I attack Ali, yes, I understand he can do it on Garen too, because Garen can become a split push monster as well and basically draw a lot more attention to him. I just feel that it's kind of like, I don't know. It's been a very, I know it's maybe more of just like the bias of the fact that it's in my mind because of how many times it's been done, not just by Hailstorm, but multiple members of Valhalla, where you'll see the Trundle just literally, even if it loses in lane, it just wins the game. And it's just like, why? I personally don't understand it because I don't play top lane, and I would very much rather just stay away from
I
Trundle if I
think
can. But it just seems like it like if you had to pick between the two, it just seems like from what we've seen in history, I think you would rather prefer the Trundle over the Garen, especially with the consistent 1v1 potential there is. I feel like leaving it up to chance more of a coin flip versus kind of like outright winning
Garen
potentially.
scaling is this like he can just absolutely throw all his abilities out onto Jax, and Jax can just like die through his E is the thing. That's like I feel like what's better about Garen versus Trundle. Because of Trundle having to like rely on his Q for damage and his R to like shred stuff, there's a lot more, especially as we get later into a game. Garen just like he just does one rotation of his abilities, Stride Breaker, E. Jax has like how much HP and he R's after he gets silenced, and doesn't matter because we have an execute with 1100 true damage, so he's just dead. So like it's a lot easier for the Garen to operate than the Trundle, and it's always better to make something easier for you to operate. Obviously, like making something trickier is just going to make it so that we have to think about like more things, and more things are on our mind, and then we're just going to forget something, and we're going to forget a simple step, and then we're just going to get fucked over because of it, like during a trading pattern or something. That's also one reason why comfort is like really big in my mind always. Like any champ that you just like have a crap ton of hours in, it makes it easy, like literally easier for everything. You can focus on your map awareness and everything so much easier because you're not having to think about what items should I build, what abilities should I be maxing, stuff like that. Just like up adding up in your brain, and it tires you out, and you're not able to think about how your like map positioning, where your wards are, where the jungler is, all these like very simple things.
Well, right now it's looking like it's 8K in the bucket for Los Nomadas. I think the faith is right now in the season 1 and season 3 champions to win this game out against Fury. Fury, I kind of like their composition better. Once again, they managed to get the Amumu and Leona, only missing out on the brand of the Trinity, but instead replacing it with Lissandra. Wow, we do have a lot of disengage potential coming out of Fury. Fury here, especially with the Poppy being able to completely wall off an entire engage, while then being allowing for re-engage potential from the Thresh and from the Kai'Sa with the Killer Instinct post 6. We should be getting an absolute insane game here, and I expect it to be just as bloody as the last one.
Yeah, I definitely also side with Los Nomadas. We have Tort on a champion he's played a significant amount of time, and then we have Bulg on Amumu, and Omega is probably, I don't know how much he's played Jax, but I'm sure he's fairly proficient at the champion. And then we have Killer on Leona. So we have a lot of like champions that we play a decent amount, and it feels harder to as Furry Fury to like play out fights because if the amount of pick potential that we have Lissandra R, we have Leona R, we have Amumu Bandage Toss and R, and we have Varus R. Like there's so much stuff that we can do to like pick out people And so like it's gonna be pretty important for Poppy to like kick people out of fights, so that they can create like a numbers disadvantage. Or Los Nomadas needs to be able to not touch the brand, so the brand can like end up pumping, like just dumping all of his abilities onto Los Nomadas' team. So it's like it feels a lot harder in my mind for Furry Fury to like operate than it is for Los Nomadas to as a team. Just because like a little bit trickier. It feels like there's a lot of things that can go wrong. Instead, with Los Nomadas, we just have a go button. We just like one shot, one target or something.
Honestly, it's gonna be, and it's crazy because it's not only I feel like the reason why I also like Los Amados' comp is that it feels like, as you just pointed out, like they can literally pick out one target and just blow them up at any point if they want to. But they also have some considerable team fight that exists within. So they have both a 5v5 composition that also exists in the potential for a 1v1 or a 4v1 composition. They have basically 3 compositions all in one comp that they picked out. So Los Nomadas actually did a really good in drafting, but I think Fury also did the same thing as well. So it's really weird to look at it, but I don't think either one of, like, I do like Los Nomadas' draft a little bit better just for the ease of execution, but I think that both teams drafted just as well as the other this time around.
Yeah. I think it's kind of hard for me to say because like we should have a winning top matchup, I think, for Furry Fury, which kind of doesn't really matter that much because top lives don't matter and neither does top smile. But like we picked the Lissandra into Brand, which I think is actually pretty good because Brand's immobile and Lissandra can just get onto Brand. That's like the thing that I think Furry Fury was missing last time. We needed that person or like ability or champion, or we needed some way to get onto that Brand and kill him because he was just doing too much. But it feels like this time Los Nomadas has drafted the tools to get this Brand and one-shot him.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm worried about. And again, I always hear like the whole rumors about like I don't think I've actually ever gotten the chance to cast it before, but I'm getting the chance to actually see Bulg's Amumu for the first time. I've heard rumors about it multiple times. I've never actually gotten to see it because every time I've ever casted a Bulgaria game, it's usually always banned against him.
You should watch the VOD from, I think it was NRO versus Los Nomadas. He literally carried a bunch of team fights there. Got some disgusting Curse of the Sad Mommy, and we're looking for level 1.
That was our live game last Wednesday.
Yes.
Hold
Okay.
He might get
Big.
founded here.
Oh, we get
Gets
the flash out. Good. Oh,
wait,
we flash
Bandage
after?
lost flash. He does still have the second charge though. Ming doesn't have any flash. Gonna be able to get him. They can actually do it. Wait, they might have the Zenith Blade. Slows, gets him in. They're gonna get it. First blood going over to Omega the Reaper. Nicely done from the invade. This time around, they did the same thing from the first game except for the bot lane, and they were able to this time get something for it. Nicely done.
I actually don't even know if that was worth it for Los Nomadas.
The kill does end up going over to the Jax, so you were saying that's a favor for the Garen, but now that's a little extra gold into Omega
yes,
Reaper.
That does matter quite a bit. And he has 2 pots plus dagger. That does matter.
It was 3 flashes for 1, but just the fact they got the kill though, and they got it on Omega and not like on Killer Kumquat, that's pretty huge.
But the thing is, we had to level W as Lissandra level 1. That feels terrible. And also, Amumu had to level up Bandage Toss level 1. His clear is going to be so slow. I don't know if it's actually worth like committing that much resources just for us to like kind of ruin our level 1 a bit. Also, yes, as you're talking about that longsword, putting in work. So
I was about
it's
to
definitely
say,
helping on the top lane.
I was about to say, we're already seeing a little bit of a beatdown. And actually, one thing I do want to say is, and this is the underrated piece of it, how many wards were actually used by Los Nomadas just to catch out Ming in different directions that they might end up going. I believe they ended up using almost 4 of their wards already. Level 2 then being achieved already, or being achieved first by Omega the Reaper, going to be able to try to keep pushing Hailstorm more out of this lane. But Hailstorm should be soon reaching level 2 and be able to combat right back.
We just need to see that we can't take any minions. I don't even know why we're looking at the minions. We should just let her passive heal us back up.
Yeah, at this point, I think Omega's trying to get
Oh,
that
he got
power
ult,
dive.
he
Gonna
got
be able to
double.
get it. Yes, he does. Gets the solo dolo, giving himself another kill. But once again, Hailstorm able to get one right back as under the tower. Omega doing it right
I
with
think if
very low
Hailstorm
health.
was fast enough, he could level up W and live there. I don't think he was. I think he might have had old man hands for a second and was able to level up W fast enough and use it, or else he's almost
Can
guaranteed
we
to live there.
click on Hailstorm and see if he leveled up W or Q in that moment?
Because he definitely didn't use
I
W.
resembled that
Maybe he was
remark.
fast.
I
If you-
don't know that
Did
it
he level up
tells us.
W?
Oh,
He
that's-
did level up W. He just wasn't fast enough to react. He had old man hands. What can I say?
Maybe the
But
stun
he's
made
still the
it.
best. He's the best top player in my heart still.
He's our favorite top player. He's definitely our favorite top player over here. That's why he's always the best.
No. He's the best.
He's always the best. That's why he's our favorite.
This
'cause
is
he's the
all
best.
it's all a mind game to make Omega
Oh.
feel safe until he just destroys him.
I'm actually liking how Snurbopsy here is actually able to keep trading with Lissandra. Or I'm sorry, wow, I've been thinking still Snurbopsy's on the brand, but no, Redacted being on the brand, getting this constant trade-off onto Snurbopsy. Nicely done. Bulgaria now here.
Beautiful
Wow,
bandage
nice
toss, but he
bandage
died for it.
toss,
Oh,
but gets
no, but
under the tower.
With a
Ming gonna be able to
flash.
take that kill. They now pull in the Varus. Torque taking some serious
man.
damage from the tower as well. Nicely done to bring him down to half health. Gonna try to chunk him down, but we do have Hungry Hobbit here up in the top side now, ready to fight off Omega and to help Hailstorm. But he's too
Beautiful.
far
And we
up.
give it to
And
Hailstorm. Big.
Nicely done to take that kill.
Okay, that's big. Yeah, that early flash, level 1 flash, kind of coming to bite Los Nomadas a little bit in the butt because we went for a risky play and then we were under tower and we couldn't get out of tower, so we took a crap ton of damage from tower. So, and now Mingling has double buffs, and that's gotta feel terrible.
Yeah, Killer can't really go in at any point. If they just continuously harass him, it's actually going to be really hard. Like Ming right there could have possibly autoed him and started just like poking him down. Though
I think they are allowed to walk forward. As long as Doug is like right on top of Ming, he should be able to reaction play the Leona E. Yeah, I don't know why we're not just abusing red buff slow. We should be abusing red buff slow.
yeah, this is what Blitz called out in the last game, where it was like constantly Killer likes to walk up right basically in front of the Thresh, and there was not a whole lot of
just barely
poking
missed.
or
I'd like
damage
that
being
hook
done.
attempt
We
there,
do
but
see
we
though
get
they're
punished
starting to
for
get a
that.
lot more, channel it down,
Oh,
get a little bit
man.
of Ignite. Killer Kumquat able to take the kill onto VG Doug,
fight
nicely done, and now Ming being taken down more, but instead gonna back them up. I
think
don't
he could
want
have
to.
just straight up fought them 2v2. He has barrier.
He could have. That's the thing. I just don't
Both
think
have
that.
barrier though.
Yeah, Tort was trying to back off enough to get away from him, and we do see Hailstorms now starting to catch the advantage here.
this is why
Catching them
we
under
went
tower
Garen.
barrier,
Oh
gonna be
my
able to
God.
catch him. Not gonna be able to get the 1v1,
dead.
but it's gonna be just enough. Mingling gonna be able to take that for himself. Nicely done.
Yeah. I was curious what runes Hailstorm would go with Garen. I would think that Faith Rush would feel really good into Jax because you just do your Q auto E combo, you proc Phase Rush, and then Jax can't really trade back onto you. If you Q E's, he has to instantly use his counter strike to stun you, or else you just run away from him. Plus, you can always use W for his E. So I guess Conquer probably does make more sense, but I was just curious where he was gonna go. But this is looking really, really bad for Omega right now. He's probably gonna die
I'm
soon.
actually curious why he
Nice
was
W, that's perfect. He's dead.
jumps in, flash,
Perfect.
Q, all over. Oh man, right now Fury looking at the team to beat as they're able to start taking some kills. Narbopsky able to take another one to Lissandra
Rick
Bulgaria
Curry
though in the
making it out.
background, and now
Oh,
getting
but
the
he
double
died.
kill as he ends up taking out the Amumu
Get
brand,
another
trying to
kill,
get a
no.
little bit more damage. Double killed over Tortuga
Terrible.
as he's able to take out those members and continue
Mingling's
on the
here.
Drake.
Torch very
Ming is
low.
now
I
here.
think we take
Kungwat's
this.
here. Gonna
Oh,
try to get him.
beautiful.
Ming able to go ahead and get that one too as he goes on a killing spree and take the Drake. They're looking for him now. Tor has nowhere to go. They're able to see where he's at. The VG not gonna go ahead and try to get another hook onto him, and just gonna let Tor walk away. Ming though looking damn good on this Kai'Sa, much better than the last game.
I liked the fact that Hobbit ended up winning top, turned the top lane around a little bit. I think it would have like turned around regardless, just because of like Garen getting levels. I think it just feels a little bit better than Jax, just because of like how Garen's gonna play out his trading pattern. I feel like against Jax, but now it feels kind of rough for the Jax at this point. And Mingling kind of just, I don't know, destroying people.
Yeah, the top in ADs right now looking, and I actually will say the mid as well, looking really good for the side of Fury right now, really making this game their own. Already seeing an early gold lead taken up by Fury as they're sitting at about 1.2k gold up, and this game definitely looking a little bit slower as we're not at necessarily the 2 kills per minute, at the moment, but they're still kind of brawling it out a little bit, so there's still a lot of avenues for the side of Los Nomadas to be able to take this game for themselves.
Yeah, it's also not really like, it's not very doomed. Our like win cons are pretty like not bad. Like Garen has to get onto, he has to get through like Varus, Lissandra, like a lot of stuff to get to our like main carries. Like mostly just Varus, I feel like is going to be our main carry, and Jax generally scales up pretty well. So they still have a lot of like ways to get back into this game. Omega
Omega
getting a little bit
being
cut out
found
here.
by Hobbit though and being chased down at the
There's
moment
3
by
of
3 different
them.
members. Omega gonna have to
Oh,
jump. He gets stopped by the
beautiful.
W. Gonna try to use the counter
Well
strike to get
played.
away.
Oh, he
Flashes out,
flashes.
gets
I don't think he
picked
lives
up.
though still. He's
Nope,
dead. Yeah.
gonna be ticking down from the
Oh,
burn,
he's not
and
dead.
it's
Wow,
not
okay.
enough. But Snurbopsy's now here to go ahead and to help his top laner. But now the 2 of them both very low under the tower. Hailstorm now able to take out both of them.
Great
Gonna get the
dive.
double kill as he's just sitting there able to take that damage. But now trying to return the kills onto the bot side as VG Doug caught in the middle of 3 different members. Tortuga now going on a killing spree. Ult by being used by Moo, trying to catch out Mingling. Ming trying to take out some of these kills, but they're trying to get him as he uses the killer instinct to be able to get him away. Nice barrier plus the killer instinct to get the shield, able to give himself an extension of health, and gonna be able to try to defend this tower, but it's kind of dangerous. They still have the ability to go ahead and dive him, so Ming might have to just back off here.
Oh man. Good job by Los Nomadas making it play bot side when they saw that top side was getting doomed. Apparently, Hailstorm heard that I said top lane, lives don't matter, and that top lane does not have influence over the game, and he's trying to prove me wrong. Which, hey, I'll take it. Best top laner in the game.
I mean, he's showing it here right now. 5-1-0 on this Garen, really giving the Jags a run for his money at the moment. And Fury looking like the team to beat as they are really trying to pull that stretch ahead. Still only about 1.5k gold up in this game. So it's not terrible for the side of Los Nomadas. They just need like maybe one really good fight to go their way in order to take or to open up the game for themselves. But Fury looking to really try to get this win here as they are looking like a stronger team, especially with Brand, Kaisa, and Garen all doing very, very well. Oh, Doug, ends up missing it there. Snurbopsy now going in immediately onto him, freezes him, but the Lantern ready and waiting for Redacted to be able to get it out of there for free. Nicely done by VG Doug to not be able to help him secure that kill, but at least help his mid laner get away. Man, I kind of feel bad for Omega here.
Yeah.
This
feels a little bit doomed. Oh, the real question is Bull gonna actually gank top here because he's finishing up his trucks. No, he's just gonna rotate down to Raptors or look for Corrupt. I think they're coming up.
Well, yeah, they're coming up. Oh, nicely catch out Tortuga right in the middle, all alone with your support. Not anywhere to be found. Ming now going on a rampage 4-1, but we do have a fight starting out on the top side as multiple members being caught out, but being brought down really low. Hailstorm going dominating as he catches them. He's gonna be able to take out the jungler. Omega the Reaper though is now here trying to help out his team, and that's Snurbopsy able to take that kill, but Brand getting the double kill with his passive, able to explode and take them out. Nicely done, Fury. 14-7 right now, and this is looking like a crazy turnaround from the side of Fury. 4k gold up, nicely done.
This Garen's put in work right now. Yeah, they can just one-shot target because of how far ahead Garen is actually crazy. They just get to pick and choose the target, and also it makes it really hard for Lissandra. Lissandra's like stepping forward. Garen can just Q him, and then they can just one-tap Lissandra because he can't use her. And
Lissandra
dead?
though,
Oh, he's not dead. Oh no,
he's...
it's a tragedy. Oh no.
It's not, and it's funny how long, like, it doesn't even, like, I think it's really funny because it feels like that shouldn't last. Like, it should feel like that Lissandra's like freeze should last a little bit longer, and it's not lasting at all. And I'm thinking, I keep looking down, I'm like, does Redacted have Merc Treads? And it's like, no, he doesn't. So it's like, geez, that's not even lasting at all, like, long enough for him to be able to even do anything. I like seeing it saying Hailstorm needs to play more Garen.
Yeah, I really like this pick, and I think it was a great counter pick. But I also feel like Los Nomadas troll by just banning Camille just makes no sense in my mind.
Was Garen picked in the second phase? Yes, he was.
Always
yeah, they
watching.
Yeah, they could have. They could have. Oh,
The best
man.
team in the league is watching. Smile.
Broadcast team, of course.
Yeah, that's the one I was referencing.
Alright, so now we've officially gotten into the lull of the game right now, where it actually slowed down. I was expecting a little bit more brawling from both of these teams at this point. But, oh man, VG does caught between three members. Both of Barrett's ultimate lands, and they managed to land everything else. But you're not getting away, dude. Tortuga able to take that kill. Nicely done to be able to wrap something around. It's still 5k deficit right now at 14 minutes. This is looking still kind of bleak.
Oh man, that
This
trading
is not
pattern.
even fair with Ignite, dude.
What did I tell you?
Solo under the tower. Hailstorm is godlike. That's absolutely disgusting. Hobbit now trying to get the rest of the team off of the dragon. Not going to be able to do so, but now getting caught in between the members. Tortuga now getting another kill for himself, but that's going to be Hobbit's life lost to Ming, as the Kaisa is looking absolutely unstoppable.
Garen's
5
gonna be
and
able
1
to
for
take
me.
tier 2. He's pretty much doing what Trundle's doing, but he wouldn't be able to do this if he was on Trundle. He
If
would
they
not
don't
be
send
destroying
anybody
Jack
up
like
top, this is not gonna. They can't just send only Omega at this point. Now he's doing it so much quicker. Like, Hailstorm was just accelerated in this game. 7 and 1 is allowing him to just straight up beat these towers down. 15 minutes and he's beating down the tier 3. That is just absolute absurdity. I'm
By the way, did anybody watch the Genji versus Damwon like first game or whatever, where we drafted Nasus Garen mid? That was hilarious. That was crazy.
I didn't see it. I had saw that someone posted that apparently Faker was practicing Nasus mid, and I was like, what the hell is going on in Korea?
Well, Nasus E is actually like pretty good for wave clearing and pushing. I know that like there's a lot of builds that you can end up making matchups a lot more difficult for the other team, because you just don't play for your early game for Qs because you just don't have the cooldowns. So you do is you like level up E to 3, you go summon area, you just poke them really hard during laning phase, and then mid game you get all that
able to find
items
killer
and stuff.
kumquat right here. Oh my god, I just ended up choking on my water right there. Flash ultimate, and that's gonna be Kumquat losing his life. Jeez, killer. I'm so sorry, but Hailstorm is the real killer here, and that's gonna be Garen advancing to 8 and 1.
Yeah. Garen is
Alrighty,
looking
Snurbopsy trying to help the Garen. Gonna catch him under the tower range. Nicely done to catch the Garen. 1,000 gold shutdown. And actually, that was very much needed to go over to Lissandra. So nicely done. But Bulgaria can't get over the wall to try to take this Rift Herald. So the Rift Herald going over to Fury. Fury still about 5k gold up. And still looking like in full command of this game, even though Garen finally was taken down in the big gold shutdown going over to Snurbopsy.
Los Nomadas had to use Lissandra Flash, they had to use Varus Flash, and they had to use Varus Barrier. And he still
in both the
killed
ultimate,
one
I
person.
believe.
Yeah, they had to use both the ultimates as well, which I think the ultimates will come back in time for anything important, or they should. But
yeah, there's no 2.5 minutes for a Drake fight and 3 minutes until Baron.
it takes a lot of our resources to kill this Garen. This Garen is kind of just they're not able to match him. They probably can't even 1v2 him at this point. That's how far ahead he is.
Yeah, they had to 1v2 him under the tower.
But that was already after he killed somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a damage. It's a damage one too. Like, it's not even like, oh, this Garen is gonna be going, you know, towards the Warmog. No. He's not even doing that. He's like pure damage right now.
Nope.
Stride
All he needs
breaker.
is one rotation of abilities and you're dead. If he hits Q into auto E, you're dead. Like, the only person who could probably live is Lissandra if he's able to get, if she's able to get her R off in time. But maybe
And
not even.
And I like seeing that Hobbit is constantly hovering around wherever the Garen is. So it's just like, oh, we don't know if Hobbit is around here while Garen is attempting to split push. And if he continues to get this split push off, this is going to be really annoying. But we do see that the tower managed to regenerate quite a bit of health up in that top side, I believe. So they at least keep their top tier 3 for a little bit longer.
Yep. I think I do like Hobbit also shadowing. Obviously, it's going to make it harder for us to be farming champs, but shadowing our strong side means that they're going to have a hell of a time to try to kill this Garen even more. But
Tort, did you fat finger your R there, sir, and meant to press your E because that was not okay.
You know, things happen.
It does. I just feel bad. I hope his ult. There's 50 seconds until the Drake fight, and that is the reason why I'm concerned. It's about 1/4 of the way recharged. It might be back up just in time, but I don't think it actually will be.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know its cooldown, unfortunately. If he was level 11, he probably gets it back up. If he had used it when he had level 11, but I don't think he does or didn't at the time. So.
Alrighty, and I think they're just gonna. I honestly think that Los Nomadas is probably gonna give this Drake up. They're not at it first. The vision has already been dropped mostly by Furry, and for what it seems like, they're now about to try to take this mid tower to go ahead and give themselves a further command of the mid lane and give themselves also further command of the rest of the map. Can they get this before it charges? Oh, yep. So now you get the free charge from the tier 2.
I think
Hobbit,
we get a second charge as well.
They could, but I don't think he's gonna end up taking it.
Soon.
Yeah.
Herald ended up dying too soon for the second charge.
They could have just honestly left Garen just to take that on their own and stop this push in the mid lane right now that Los Nomadas is starting to get. Objective bounties are falling off, but they're not able to really get any objectives. They want to try to get this mid tower, but now the rest of Furry is making their way over. Tortuga and Bulgaria now being chased down by Redacted, but instead they're just going to stop the tower siege. I right now am finding a really hard time for Los Nomadas to come back into this game in particular, just in the way that oh wait, hold on. They managed to find Ming. Double banish toss, able to land. Ming might finally end up losing his life, but they managed to flash in and shut down as they managed to find him. But that's still going to be the life lost of Bulgaria. Tortuga able to take out Hungry Hobbit, but Hungry Hobbit going to be able to get a kill. And Garen now taking out Tortuga as well. Omega the Reaper going to get down really low. And Hailstorm now looking to chase him down. Still has the ultimate. He has to jump away. Now Killer looking to try to get away. Not going to be able to do so as he keeps getting chased down. Ultimate being used and shut down. Oh no, man. That's not going to be enough. Hailstorm still continuing the siege into the raid boss mode as he's just taking down every name in his death note.
Yeah. The Garen's a little bit scary.
Like,
kind of running the show.
He's literally running the show right now. This is the Garen show. I have no other words. This is literally NASA's push. Oh god, I just realized that was from the NASA's conversation. Because I was about to say, like, that's just, I like the fact that we're starting to see, because of like the whole shift of like ADCs and stuff being brought literally everywhere, we're starting to see like a shift of like the meta where things are starting to go back into other places. I like seeing more mages in the bot lane. I'm liking that we're starting to see some of these like weird like juggernaut more characters in the mid lane too. Just change of how it works.
Not bad into like a lot of ADCs, just because of his wither. Just has like utility.
Doesn't his
like
wither outrange most ADCs anyway?
Yeah, it slows them, and I believe it also slows their attack speed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So it can be really useful. I know specifically it's sometimes used as a niche counter pick into Callista if teams want to in certain like comps. They can pick NASA's support and you just W-max and Callista literally.
Oh, hold on. Engage right onto them. Gonna deny them with the W, but Hobbit gonna have to give up his life. But that's so many
good dodge.
ultimates used. 3 ultimates wouldn't even need, but now Hailstorm gonna be taken down. That's 3 members. That's a big fight that was needed for the side of Los Nomadas to be able to win it. Killer might end up losing his life here, but it might have been worth it. And instead, that's gonna be 2 members down, 2 very strong members down. They can actually go ahead and go straight for the
Yep.
Baron here,
We go
but they're
for
going to be
Baron
looking to turn.
Yep.
Yup,
We
they
have
should
Chris
turn
the
here
Sad
soon.
Mummy.
There we go, Bulgaria landing
Oh,
right onto
big
Redacted.
art.
Redacted might be able to get his ult off. He doesn't have it. Shut down as Bulgaria gets taken down, but that's going to be Redacted also losing his life. Ming going to be trying to get the rest of the fight off, but getting aced as he loses his life to Lissandra. That's going to be 4 members down, even though they lose their support. This is the constant sacrifice you want to make, the support losing his life, and at the very least, the rest of your team can get Baron. Finally able to turn this around, and this is where the turnaround for Los Nomadas comes in, as they're able to finally bring that gold lead ever so close. You're only 1k gold down.
Unfortunately, that's just like a massive throw from Furry. Again, just kind of what we saw in the previous game, not being on the same page, not being the one initiating fights and trying to respond. Hailstorm should just run top lane just to get out of the fight. Unfortunately, just doubles down on getting caught there and just not having the team vision to fight that back.
I think it's that's unfortunate that we see the same type of team fight blunder happen twice in one series for the side of Furry, and I think that's something that hopefully they'll be able to maybe start scrimming and be able to practice a little bit more of. But I don't think they're as worried about it in this game, especially since Hailstorm is still an absolute monster.
Yep, we need to keep on splitting the map. We saw what happens when we team fight against Los Nomadas, and it's not good. No bueno. So we should be back to splitting. We want to try to split up the map as much as possible.
Yeah, they should definitely 1-3-1 here, and you know, if they have to give up Dragon, give up Dragon.
Oh, Killer being founded and might be caught out here as they managed to get him in the middle of the wall. Blast Cone denied as he's not going to be able to get away. Redacted able to take that kill, but Bulgaria able to take out Redacted, and the fight is still going to be able to continue as they're trying to take out Bulgaria even more. Catches 3 members and uses the curse of the Sad Mummy to try to get away, but Ming going to be able to take that kill as Hailstorm is on the back line looking for Snurpopsy, but he's going to lose his life in court before he can do anything else. But Hungry Hobby able to shut down Snurpopsy, chasing him under the tower, double kill going over the court, and another kill going over to him. Ming gonna use the barrier to be able to get away alive, but caught between his tower and a hard place as Omega the Reaper's looking for the AD carry, able to jump onto him, shut down, going over to Omega the Reaper. Ever so big of a fight, and this game is looking ever so more even out of nowhere, even with the Garen on Raid Boss mode.
Yeah, we just overdove on inhib. We were fine once we got that kill on who was it?
Once they got Bulgaria,
we just backed out. Yeah.
Once they got Bulgaria, they should have turned around and taken Dragon.
100%. Yeah. We need to play for a higher percent plays. That's kind of just what feels like the series been. We like don't reset and we have like money in our inventory or like money in our pockets and it's not being turned into items and it's just sitting. It's like burning a hole in our pockets with our money, but we're not willing to reset and play for the high percentage play, which I remember last game I think was resetting, getting items, and then just pushing out waves and going to Baron. And this time it was getting pick on jungler and then just going for objective dragon. So now we've had seeded vision towards Los Nomadas.
Oh, they end up finding Killer on Vision, trying to catch him in the middle of the war, get in the middle of all the team. Killer Flare, Curse of the Sad Mummy being used. Artuga taking out Redacted, a big teammate that was needed, but now Bulgaria catching out Ming. That's going to be a big member as well, taking out so many being dropped though as Jax hits in the back, takes out Hailstorm, and they find Hungry Hobbit. That's Los Nomadas now being able to really take advantages in these fights. Absolute insanity as they're starting to turn this whole game around, and now they take the lead in the game for the first time since the very beginning.
Yeah, it feels like for some reason we want a team fight against a team that has a better team fight than us, and we're not playing towards our win con, which is splitting the map up 1-3-1ing, playing off waves into vision, into objectives. We kind of just threw our lead, unfortunately.
Oh man,
it makes me pretty sad because Furry was in the driver's seat easily this game.
Yep, I think Omega's gonna just give up his life here as he ends up losing it. For the tower, I think it's actually kind of worth it. They didn't have Baron still, I think. So they were perfectly fine to go ahead and make that sacrifice. Just a faster back. Now he can buy his items, come back even stronger. Now having the Sterix gauge. I want to see, I really would like to see Omega start building some resistances here. Okay, yep, he starts to get the armor and stuff. So yeah, soon enough he should be getting probably like Visage and I'm not sure what Jax built for an armor item. Maybe.
I don't know why we didn't buy Mercs.
Jack Show?
Yeah, Jack Shows actually would be really good for him to be able to come back, because you know what's really funny? I was like, wait a second. Oh. Bopsy, no.
I
gotta
feel like
pause.
it's a Mercs game. I feel like it should be a Mercs game for Omega. Because one thing that ends up happening, like with
So Bopsy's sounding like my
Garen,
microphone sometimes.
well,
So
Is he
reminder, pay your internet service provider, and
True.
if you want to throw a sub our way, we would very much appreciate it. Helps our league and goes mostly to the victor of the season. Take it away, Eli.
I'm just gonna say this was Merc's game. I think we have Poppy E, and then we have Brand Stun, and then we have Thresh Hook. So we could have easily gone Mercs here, and with help silence against Garen. I don't know why we went Ionian. I feel like Ionian kind of sucks after the nerfs. But
Oh, did
me
Bopsy
going
leave
on
the
rants
game
about
again?
boots, quite the feat. But
Oh, we're getting a couple freezes, but that's just probably spectator just freezing sometimes. Oh,
we
never
have
mind. Bopsy is
Lissandra
still
in the
here.
game. Of course, we're gonna have freezes.
Yep. Okay, manages to freeze Hailstorm there. Hailstorm getting caught by 4 different members in the top side, and Hailstorm going to be taken out. That's Bopsy able to take that kill, and now with Hailstorm taking this free to take this team fight as Los Nomadas is going in, able to deny the engage, but not going to be able to deny much else as they catch 4 different members. The TP coming, Omega the Reaper able to take out Redacted, and they capture them all in the backline as Varus is going to be able to take out Thresh. Amumu now being able to take out Poppy. Yes, Leona's going to lose their life, but the 4 carries are still up and running, and Ming is the only member left alive from the side of Fury. They were looking so much better, but now is now for Los Nomadas time to try to barrel down the rest of this mid lane, and they want to barrel down towards victory.
We still Hailstorm's gonna be up in 16 in this game. We get tier 1, and then we could probably get inhib, but I think getting more than inhib is definitely what we're saying.
Yeah, no, we don't want to greed this once
we have
again.
Hail and Thresh coming up.
Yeah,
back.
Oh, they
this
no,
definitely feels like
no.
we're greeting.
I saw the ping onto the other inhib, but they all said nah. So that's good. They're backing off here.
Yep, setting up vision also in their red side's not a bad idea. They can take resources and back off if needed. Oh man,
That was so close.
Just barely.
And Jax was definitely shopping in that moment. Oh my god, that was so close. Okay, so oh wow, the Baron is now being called
I like this call. I really like this call.
They don't even know that they're on it. This is free.
Listen on, we're not fast enough to reset. We just instantly call. Now we just have to back. Somebody might have to play to. Well, I guess Jack's already TP bot, so we'll lose in hit for it. But I think that's a great call by Furry Fury. We already understood that they were all on resets and they hadn't backed in a while, and so we instantly turned and burned Baron. That's perfect.
Yep, and now
perfect idea.
Omega the Reaper trying to run away from the Garen here.
I think Garen still kills him though, unfortunately. Goodbye.
Gets the stun there, gonna try to jump. Whoever
Garen
put
launches
that
you up and
R
then
site
I
there.
don't even think he needs to use R realistically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job
Oh
holding
yeah,
R.
but denying him the jump. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
man.
Nicely done.
This is gonna give Furry Fury a lot. These super minions will actually kind of not feel the best because we're gonna lose a decent amount of XP and they're just gonna farm it because Kaisa and Brand can easily like destroy these super minions.
This Drake fight is probably what's gonna end up in the oh wow, the Drake fight that comes up next is probably what's gonna end up determining the rest of the game. Especially if the super minions if Los Nomadas can get a better map state.
Imagine we're on a Soul Point here and not just getting onto Soul Point with this one.
So both
would have been
Varus and Amumu have the Jack show. Oh boy. Oh, they found Bulgaria right here. Hungry Hobbit now being caught in between multiple members. This is the fight that's needed, and that's 2 members being caught 3. That's double kill for Bulgaria, triple kill for Bulgaria. So many being dropped. This is their bot ends up taking out the next member of Hungry Hobbit. That's gonna be 4 members dropped from the side of Los Nomadas. That might actually be the game there if they could just push this down. There's no way Garen can be. I don't think Garen can 1v5. I don't think Garen can 1v5.
He cannot 1v5, unfortunately. I guess I was proven right. Top lives do not, in fact, matter.
Garen
and
is
they
just
do not have
waiting
influence
under
on this
his
game.
Nexus towers, ready to be the last man standing to try to attempt to save this game. Hailstorm was the raid boss of this entire game so far, and he is now the final object standing between Los Nomadas' victory and this Nexus. So now let's see what he does.
Our
Gets
team is
frozen
way
up,
too patient.
chain
He's dead.
CC. There's
Goodbye.
nothing else they could possibly do.
he
Hailstorm now being
lives.
forced to run
I
away,
don't know,
but he was able to
maybe?
stall long
No,
enough for the
that's
Thresh to
not
come back. But it's
too late.
unfortunate, and it's
Unlucky.
over. A 2-0 sweep for the
GG.
side of Los Nomadas, able to take this game. Nicely done and nicely won for the side of Los Nomadas. Very close games there, though.
Yeah, makes me want to give Bulk MVP again, just because of literally his team fights and like his ability to understand and not pop his Curse of the Sad Mummy too early is peak. Like those team fights, dude. I swear, Bulk, if he gets a Mumu, he's going to get at least two
Yeah, I
two
was gonna say
4-man
Bolg is
Rs.
probably the MVP of this
Two
one.
4-man Rs, bro. It's crazy. I feel bad for Hailstrom in a way. I feel like we got impatient as for Fury when we had an advantage. We could just like split the map and play it really slow, and we could play for objectives, and we could have just been crashing waves into their tier 3s, their inhib towers, and then we can get objectives off that for free. We get vision off of that for free, and like we just play the game really slow and methodical, but we just got too trigger happy, and we tried to team fight against a comp that's amazing at team fighting. I don't know. That felt like pretty bad because once you saw that like turning point when they fought in a team fight, it felt ultra doomed unless they were able to kick somebody out the team fight, and they weren't able to kick somebody out of the team fight most of the time. So,
My girlfriend just
We
came
could-
up to me and goes, "That was a quick game," and I'm like, "Yeah." I'm thinking like just myself, like, "Yeah, just about." So right now we should be getting the points up. Well, everybody should be getting their points right now. 29. Oh wow. Okay, a decent amount went out to multiple
how
people.
many points did
Nicely
I get?
done. Apparently I got a little bit back.
Wait,
That's
did I not
fine.
vote? Maybe I didn't vote. Oh no, might be a tragedy.
But MVP, I see the Bulgaria votes coming in right now. As there's right now
I'm
6
gonna give
votes.
Tort a vote. He played really well as well, so I'm gonna give Tort a vote since I know Bulg's gonna get it.
Yeah, right now Bulg sitting at 8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Bulk 3-peat. I mean, he was definitely one of the more consistent players in each of the games. Tort obviously had a big game this game, but Bulgaria just across both games was very consistent,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Again, you go to Hailstorm, obviously if it had been Fury coming out on top, but again, they just need to look to their shot calling and not being too aggressive, taking the wins. You're not going to win the whole game after one fight. But yeah, just very well balanced back out for Los Nomadas. Again, the ability to play with many of the same members that they've already played before and having that synergy, understanding what their team objectives is. So really nice for them.
Kind of like what I was talking about. I feel like in drafting phase kind of happened where Los Nomadas had a team comp where you can just pull the trigger and go and just team fight. Furry Fury drafted a draft that you don't want to pull the trigger in team fight sometimes. Like you want to play things slow, you want to play out lanes, you want to play
You
off
want to
of
be more
vision and pressure,
reactionary in some
and you
some
want to play
cases.
like slow, and you don't want a 5v5. You did not want a 5v5 with that team.
All right, Sir Bobsy, we're pulling you up here. All right, Sir Bobsy, you got abducted up here since your jungler is a coward and abandoning you.
Yeah. He definitely is. He's complaining that he's MVP too many times, and he's done giving interviews. He's going on strike.
What's up with his insubordination?
So he's gonna get fined.
Such a complaint.
Oh, perfect. This sounds fantastic.
Any disciplinary action? Can we ticket him for that? For not
he owes me a
coming
beer.
up for the MVP interview?
I agree. We should.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
We'll make it happen.
Insubordination.
I'll create the ticket right now.
Great. Good to hear.
All right, so Sir Bobsy, your team won, and you took advantage of them even after they nicely agreed to play on a Wednesday again for you.
Yeah,
how do you feel?
I'm feeling great. This is our first time finishing in 2 games instead of 3. both in scrims and in actual series games. So yeah, no, yeah, I feel like it went really well. I'm
you-
still focusing in a lot on like drafting and different draft styles, especially now that we're giving me more like damage options. And I have to sort of adjust my playstyle to that.
Bulg
Where
is
was this
here
last
to
season?
support you now. He still owes me a
Oh,
beer.
wonderful.
But Sir were you happy in game 2 that they took the brand so your team couldn't bully you into taking brand?
I was a little bit happy that I didn't have to play brand. I don't know. I'm getting a bit used to him though. Like I felt like I was able to do more game 1. I feel like the more I play him, the more I'm kind of figuring out his limits and what I can pull off.
Mm. How did you? How was the comms during like the early game of game 2, or like how'd you guys feel during the
Yeah,
early
because
game of game 2?
yeah, we definitely got real behind. It was a lot of like we knew our strength was team fighting. We knew that if we got to like the team fighting late game, that we would be totally fine. Varus was still like kind of even. He was doing okay. He was definitely behind, but we knew that if we got to the point that we could just press our ults on people, then we could definitely win. And we also kind of knew that like Hailstorm would probably like move up somewhere. Like we could definitely catch him out at points to try and get that like shutdown gold and everything. So we had a game plan. It was all pretty still like relaxed and chill as we were going through it. No one was panicking, anything like that.
Yeah, you guys had a nice. You just gotta pull the trigger with the Amumu.
Yeah,
Who doesn't
absolutely.
ban
Yeah,
Amumu? God.
right. It's a Mumu. It's Lissandra. You just sort of go in there and they can't move. No,
They are not allowed to move.
exactly.
Hmm. What do so I also have a question. What do you?
Yeah.
Why do you think Furry Fury lost? Because they definitely were in the driver's seat. I want to see from your
Yeah.
perspective. What?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I was so focused on what we needed to do to win.
Yeah.
They did a great job at getting Hailstorm ahead. Like Hailstorm was a huge menace in the side lane. I think I don't know. I think they just need to practice the split push style with Hailstorm. That's kind of what I lean towards because Hailstorm's going to be picking these like strong side lane threats. And he was like none of us could fight him 1v1. So as long as he's pushing at the right times and as long as the rest of them are controlling the waves, then we don't have a good like decision to make because either we have to go kill him and lose our whole base or we have to go like try to fight everything else. So I think it's really just like nailing in that split push style because Hailstorm's going to get ahead. And if you play around that, then that's probably the biggest threat that they can have.
Yeah, because I was saying that the Furry Fury needed to play significantly slower, and they did not have a pull the trigger type comp that you guys had.
Right.
So I was like, when they were trying to pull the trigger on stuff and not playing slow, I was like, it's like watching a car crash in slow motion. It's like,
Yeah, there's definitely a couple moments where they we just sort of caught them out because they were trying to make too much happen instead of letting Hailstorm use his strength in the side lane to just create pressure and win through that.
How does it feel to actually? Oh wait, he kind of already asked that, I guess. 'Cause I was about to say, how does it feel to actually like play damage champions and carry through
Right?
them?
It feels really weird. It's not something I'm used to. I'm still getting used to positioning. That's the main thing on these like damage champs is I have to be much more mindful of not dying and getting blown up myself. And making sure that I stand in the right spots because my instinct is to be on a Galio that just like doesn't die if I'm in the wrong place. So I don't get punished for that. So that's my main thing that I'm trying to focus on. And just being more selfish as well, just having to be like, I need to kill minions so that I can deal damage.
Yeah.
It's a totally different playstyle, but I've practiced mid enough that when it's on an easy champ like Brand, it's totally still doable. So yeah.
More
absolutely.
of a personal question from me. Where was this last season?
I clearly just wasn't bullied into it. I don't.
Apparently,
I had to be shown the light, I guess.
Apparently, your top layer was just able to bully you into it better. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
That's
true.
all I gotta say.
I like to think it was a team effort for the bullying.
Yeah, no, Bull did his fair share of bullying as well.
What happened to no more interviews?
Yeah, he's the true MVP.
I mean, I'm just hanging out.
He's here for moral support, I guess.
Vibing.
Oh, good.
He heard that we were threatening to give him a ticket, and he didn't want to get fined for this.
I mean, you can just take it out of my paycheck. So just
okay,
go
sounds
ahead
good.
Yeah,
No, he still owes me a beer. It's fine.
I was gonna say
Perfect.
you're now being charged 1 Prime sub.
I have already given my Prime sub, sir.
Oh well, there you go.
But
So
next
you know what?
month.
You're already giving your fine next month, guaranteed.
There you go.
It was only like
you can't get away
13
with
straight months when I gave it this month.
All All right, well, it's gonna be 14 and 15 for the talking back to the production cast. We make it now 15 too.
Oh boy.
It's like that judge that just keeps adding more years for no reason at all.
Right.
All right. Any final thoughts that you'd like to share, Sir Bobsy or Bulgaria?
I don't think so. I think I'm just continuing to look forward. We're always practicing. We're looking to figure out different like drafting styles and team comps and make sure that we're all up to date and ready to take on the next team.
Hey, I will, without talking to anyone, throw down the gauntlet. Is Stoner Nation brave enough to play us on a Wednesday? We are the Wednesday team now.
We are the Wednesday team.
Spicy.
I mean, we've gotten streamed 3 weeks in a row because of it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like a pretty good strategy.
I mean, for the sake of content, I mean, if I'm being real with you, that kind of benefits
I
us
don't
as well a
Mm,
little
Tuesday
bit.
we get like some smack talking with the captains, maybe. I don't know.
They're gonna
That's what
probably
I
push
want to try
back.
to do with that other podcast that we're trying to develop a thing.
Oh yeah.
That's
So-
what we want. Try to get that'd be kind of cool on Tuesdays. That'd be kind
Stoner
of
Absolutely.
Nation's probably going to push back on you though, because right now,
Oh, yeah.
you're trying to look like the flagship team for this league, and I don't think they're going to be okay with that.
I think it's just because Boosted scared.
Oh, I mean,
Eli,
they do have the
Nation-
most. Los Nomadas does have the current most championships in the league. So
That's yeah, absolutely.
There you go, Bobsy. We got our 2 of our players are 2 times winners.
That is
High five,
true.
Bobsy.
Yeah, Stoner Nation is scary. Like I know last week I voted for them to beat Bomba, even though Bomba's also or no, not Bomba, whoever they were up against. I voted for them to win that. I think they're a really strong team, so I'm looking forward to scouting them,
HYG.
watching back their games, and yeah, the HYG. Yeah, I'm looking forward to scouting them and figuring out how we're gonna tackle them next week.
all right, Eli, any final words?
Nope. I got all my questions out.
Malco, I'll leave it to
I'm
you,
all
sir.
set.
Guess we'll bop see ya then.
Oh boy! All right.
And we're muting this guy. And
Oh,
thank you for
goddamn it.
joining. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Have a great rest of your evening. And thank you, casters. Thank you, Bulg and Sir Bobsy, for joining for the final interview. And we're done. We're out of here. Have a good night, everybody. Roll
Peace.
credits.
Night.
Peace.